What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic night. Been an extremely long day for me. Made the video earlier about training camp. Hopefully you enjoyed that, but got to eat some food. Now I'm ready to lose my mind. I got some things I needed done around the house, and I just want to take a shower and go to bed. But the Eagles got to be signing people like always. I'm going to keep you up to date with all of it. So we're going to do this quickly. If you guys have any questions, any comments, anything on your mind, I'd love to hear from you. But we brought back somebody that we've talked about a couple of times now. You remember he was one of the rookie minicamp tryouts, Ife Adeyi. And he was signed at one point, but then he was let go like 2 days later. So you remember, and you saw all those videos like next big star and all this stuff, and then he gets cut. And it's like, look, man, you can't put this on these young kids. They're undrafted. They're trying to get a chance to just show what they've gotten. Hopefully he takes this opportunity now. So we're going to talk about that here tonight. Appreciate you all taking the time, hitting the like button, sharing, subscribing. But I want you to know there's only 37 days till the Philadelphia Eagles, defending Super Bowl champions, return to the football field to whoop that Cowboys ass. And I hope you're all as excited as I am. Get pumped up. This Eagles team, we know what they're doing here. And, moves like this, people are, who, what? Look, you build it from the top to the bottom. And in the offseason, you have 90 guys that are competing. So you're going to have names that you don't know. So we're going to get to know them. In case you missed that video earlier in the year, and we'll talk about the corresponding move as well. So let's get right into it here. And Ife Adeyi is back. And, Danny Gray hurt his finger today. We talked about that. So the Eagles go ahead and waive him with that injury designation, though. So if you remember with Marcus Tate just the other day, we talk about this. We talk about it each year, but in case you don't know how that works. So they hit, the waiver wire now. So any team can claim them. And, if they're not claimed, they will revert to IR. So this is, something where you're hopeful. The kid was looking good. Danny Gray, you hope that he clears waivers, nobody claims him, and then he goes to the Eagles IR. That would be fantastic. But let's talk about the new addition here first, and then we'll discuss that. Try to go through this here because you guys have, heard about him before. But in case you haven't, out of Sam Houston State, 5'10", also seen him listed as 5'9", 175, little guy, 23 years old, runs a 4.35. Now, there is an unofficial 4.28. So if he's running that, holy hell. But 13 games played last season, and this was coming off an injury where he only played a couple of games the year before. So he came back, and you see, had a touchdown, had 9 yards per reception. Not the greatest, but he is a home run threat, and he can return the ball. Obviously, with that kind of speed, you see what you can get. You kick the tires, you find out. So, again, this is somebody that had tried out for the Eagles before, and we talked about him, and then we signed him. We talked about him, and then he was let go. Now we're talking about him again, so gets an opportunity here. Go ball out. Now, let's take a look at the updated depth chart with this move, as we always do. So Sirianni, he and you heard Vic Fangio laughing about it today, but how he builds the roster, gives them what to work with here, and another receiver, obviously, if one of your guys is hurt. So what you're hoping is, just like with Marcus Tate, as you can see, who ended up on IR, that's what you're hopeful. Danny Gray goes unclaimed, and then he ends up on IR. Now, Nakobe Dean is on the PUP list, so he can come off at any time. Now, if he doesn't, he will miss 4 games, and I apologize. I am so beat up, as I'm sure you can see. But there is the injury list, and then we'll get into this depth chart here where Danny Gray now taken off, and now Ife Adeyi added to the mix. So, back end guys that are, fighting for jobs. Terrace Marshall just got banged up today, though. So, opening up opportunity. Guys like Elijah Cooks who are having good camps. Taylor Moore showing his return capability. So, where can you show out, ball out? We'll find out, and we'll see what goes down with Danny Gray there. But now you can see the wide receiver competition. You can let me know how you feel about it. And again, Adeyi is somebody that can return the ball. So now he is added to the mix rather than Danny Gray. So you still got a lot of guys with return capability that the Eagles will be testing out. And We'll see who can prove their worth there. And, well, just in case you want to see what the defense looks like, I'll show you that too, because, well, we always keep you up to date with what's going on with this team. You can see the color coding on each page there, the rookies that are outlined, and then you can see, obviously, the difference between undrafted and the draft picks. Then you can see the free agency and trade pieces, and then the gray are reserve future guys who were here last year and then were signed at the beginning of this offseason. So, all I've got for you here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you have anything on this, any further thoughts, you really like Adeyi or whatever is on your mind, I'd love to hear from you. I need to go get a shower, though, and spend a little more time with the family. Try to get some sleep tonight. It's been pretty damn hot out there, so I hope you're staying as cool as you possibly can. Appreciate you taking the time here tonight. Appreciate you hitting the like button, sharing this stuff, subscribing. All of it truly does help, so thank you for that. You know, if you need anything, always here for you guys. Doesn't have to be about the birds. Love each and every one of you. Hope you're having a great week so far. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, go Birds!